Do loot boxes violate gambling laws? One country has already ruled, the Netherlands, but now we have another country saying they should be illegal and fined. So the Belgian Gaming Commission, or BGC, found that some loot boxes do violate gambling laws. So what's funny is extensively have we and other places, outlets, talked about Star Wars Battlefront II and what a scam it is with its loot boxes. That's not one of the ones named in the loot box controversy. So after a 5-month investigation, the Belgian Gaming Commission found that of the games they looked over, Battlefront II, FIFA 18, Overwatch, and Counter-Strike Global Offensive, CSGO, only Battlefront II did not directly contravene the Belgian gambling legislation.
I don't understand. It's like, I'm not as familiar with the other games, but I'm very familiar with Overwatch. And what gets me is that the loot boxes in Overwatch are supposed to be like a reward for playing the game, and it doesn't affect gameplay whatsoever.
It's all cosmetic.
It's all cosmetic. And so that's where I'm like, maybe that's a bit of a stretch.
I mean, I disagree with that one personally too, because I think if you can get an advantage in the game by the loot boxes, I don't think that's fair.
Exactly. No, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm totally on board with you. So the director of the BGC said that players can be tempted and misled, and no protective measures for gambling have been applied at all to this. And I think he's pointing particularly in the direction of children. Who they can't legally gamble. There's no protections in place. It's just out there. Without any regulation.
And who knows what kind of behaviors or habits it's going to form in their early years that might lead to heavy gambling later on. Not only that, people that are dealing with like actual gambling problems often had turned to video games to kind of mitigate that. And now with these games being connected to the internet and being able to spend real money, you know, it's kind of full circle coming back to not being a healthy outlet for them.
So the gambling, I keep saying gambling, Gaming Commission is saying that violation of this law could put companies such as Blizzard, Valve, EA in an €800,000 fine for continuing to offend. However, there's no hard deadline for when this could potentially comply with the law. Different companies have said they've never heard of this, but they will be talking to them to see what could happen with this.
And it's hard to change a game. Like, it takes time, especially in huge games like this. And so if they need to put something in place that changes that mechanic, it's going to take a long time.
I think Overwatch could do it, but I think Overwatch is the one, I mean, just on my definition of it, shouldn't. I guess it is tempting because the skins are so cool.
And they do like the temporary skins where it's only available for a short amount of time, so you spend money to get more.
I mean, League of Legends does that too. So many games do that.
It's a good marketing technique.
Well, you could argue that these games have been targeted over other games. Or smaller games,
because of
or
their
different
popularity.
games, or similar games. These are very popular games though, so that might be why they went for it in particular. I don't know if I necessarily agree exactly with this definition, though I do think microtransactions, or not loot boxes in particular, are pretty unfair. I don't know if they're illegal. At least maybe I'm looking at it from a U.S. perspective.
And like I said, I think that they're good as a reward for playing the game, and I don't think that you should be necessarily able to spend real money to earn these things, but I think that it's fair that there is a chance to do that. So I don't know, I'm conflicted.
I think it's a confusing situation. I think something needs to be done. But I don't think they've hit the mark just yet. Audience, do you have a compulsion to buy loot boxes, or have you bought loot boxes with your own money, not with earned in-game currency, if that applies to the particular game you're talking about? I'm saying this because I only play Overwatch out of the group listed. Let us know on Facebook and Twitter what your experience with this has been.